Smoky Sherry Islay. Now, the question is it worth it for 120 bucks? This is the Kilchoman Sanaig, I think it is. As you know, I'm terrible with these ones. Now, as you can see, this is an empty bottle. I've actually had to keep a sample of this. I've had this for quite some time. I haven't done a review on it because I don't generally like peated whiskeys. So let's get back to trying this. It's been a little while, and we'll have a look at really what it is. So we'll see if it's actually worth being a peated whiskey for someone who doesn't like generally peated whiskey like myself. Now, this one is aged in ex-sherry for the majority, and then it's in ex-bourbon casks. It's non-chill filtered, natural flavor, or natural colors, natural flavor. I feel like I'm reading the lollies ad. 46%, you can actually smell that peat, that smoke there. Color beechwood, soft cooked fruits with caramel and vanilla now evident. Palate is toffee, peat, smoke, and citrus with lingering sweetness. Finish, a lovely balance of peat, smoke, fruit, and sweetness. So, this little label here, don't know if you'll be able to see that. Takes ages for this camera to focus in. There you go, this thing here, that's actually hand pressed. So if you go to their Instagram, you can actually see them putting that on the bottle, which I think is actually pretty cool. So, now the problem with peat for me is the sheer fact it's not always about the fact that all I can taste is peat and I don't get any other flavoring at all. The smell, that nose, is sometimes just overpowering and I don't get anything from it. So I'm getting a little bit from this one. So there's definitely a lot of peat coming through for this. It's more of that fresh fruit, or sorry, not fresh fruit, the dried fruit like raisins and sultanas. That's probably more what I'm getting from that, but it's just so much smoke coming from that. And people will be laughing at this because guaranteed this is not an Arberg, this is not a heavy hitter in that kind of sense, hence why I've been able to drink a bottle. So again, first bit of whiskey. So I was about to say, oh, that peat's not bad. And then I went into my nose. So it lingers on that tongue for a long time. It's sitting in the back there. It definitely coats that mouth very easily. The peat is there, but it's not a strong peat. It's definitely not like an ashtray, as I represent, or I talk about it. It's got that campfire style smoke, a little bit more than a Highland Park, which is what I enjoy in this kind of stuff. I'm trying to picture one that I've had, that would be similar. I can't because I just don't drink enough of this, but you can get more of that plum, more of that sweetness through there. I'm not getting any, what do they say, caramel? Toffee, definitely not getting any of that. Definitely getting that peat. As I said, it's more like campfire stuff. And with that sherry, because I love my sherries, as you probably know, I'm not getting much of that sherry push through. I'm actually getting more of maybe a port kind of barrel flavor from that. But that definitely coats the mouth a fair bit. For me, I think probably, let's give it a try. Oops, probably a little bit too much water in that. But that's good because I came prepared. So I think for someone like me, if I can remember how long I've had this for, it's been maybe nearly 2 years. I think it was just like a one drink for me. It would mean that I would only have one and then I'd move on to something else, or it'd be end of night, or getting close to that end of night. As I'm trying to get into that peat and I'm trying to get into the smoky, I'll start slowly introducing a bit more into my nights when when I'm drinking out with people or getting suggestions. But I've got to go slow. It's at the moment, it's still, I'm not appreciating it like a lot of other people are. So let's try it with the bit of water in there. I know it's only 46%. I know people are going, why are you adding water? But because of that peat, I just want to see if it mellows down. Okay, so with that water, it's not overwhelming in that smoky anymore. It's actually mellowed it right down. That is enjoyable. Oh, The problem is it pretty much takes away most of that peat. So any peat fans out there, you're just not going to enjoy this. Actually, no, you probably will, but the whole reason why you buy it is probably for that peat. I think I remember having this with a friend of mine where he enjoys that peat and I don't, and I put a little bit of water in it and we were both able to drink a little bit. Yes, it's too long ago, too many big nights that I've had. This now definitely does bring that sweetness through, which they were talking about, that toffee. I'm getting more of that plum now through that. But it also doesn't last on the palate on the mouth for that long. So for 120 bucks, which is what it is about the moment, I think, is it worth it? And would I buy another bottle? I won't buy another bottle just because the sheer fact is that I'm slowly getting into the peated whiskies. I want to try different flavors and different profiles and slowly add to my collection of them. But should you buy it? Look, if you're starting out like me, grab one and then you can just slowly add a bit of water and test it and change it as you guys need it. But for me, I'm going to finish this off, and that is officially a bottle kill. Catch you soon, guys.